Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's live stream. We actually have a new plan tonight. The whole platform is completely changed. We're using a new software for live streams, and so I've got your live chats. Do we have a new donation system? A lot of you have been asking for kind of clarity in terms of how to donate, because some of you know that when you do it through the super chat on YouTube itself, then obviously the big chunk of the money goes to Google, as opposed to if you do it via PayPal directly to the channel. The link is in the description. I'm going to explain it in a second. But let's start the show by it's a Saturday night, so let's just go through the whole week of what's been happening. We have received a few questions from the members of the channel initially. I'm going to start with that, and then we're going to go and take your questions live as well. So let's firstly go to Alan Kolksher, who says, "Hi, Maya and Lacey. Do you have any update regarding Nicola Sturgeon?" So I don't really know in terms of Nicola Sturgeon, in terms of the SMP update, or in terms of how she's been handling the situation. All we know is that there's the case going on with Alex Salmon. She's in trouble. The whole financial situation in Scotland is getting worse and worse. She's still begging for more money from the Treasury and Rishi Sunak. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem right now, obviously. So I'll keep you guys posted because the SMP is a big topic on this channel. We'll see how that goes. Let's see, the next question that we have is Steve Withers, who says, "In the past, you have put up graphics, for example, the Guardian front pages since 2012, stating that the NHS is overwhelmed each winter. Can you make a library of these so that your viewers can use them?" Steve, that's a good point. Yes, I have used this graphic way, in case you haven't seen it, is all the front pages from the Guardian over the last few years, where every year they talk about the winter crisis and everything else that goes on each year. So yeah, I'm going to find that, and I'm going to actually post it on the community tab on the channel, so you guys could have it if you want to save it, or download it, or just keep it for yourself. Because I know that some people on the left keep using that as a tool, but we have facts and figures as well on our side. So how is everyone looking on the live chat? Let me just quickly say hi to everyone. So Mr. Artistic Sound, hello. We have a number of members joined. John Craig, Chris Sims, welcome to tonight's live stream. Obviously, a big shout out to all the members who've been backing this channel for the past year or two, and also everybody else. You guys, I can see some familiar names. You can see Daniel and Harris. You guys, obviously, our subscribers have been around as well. So what I'll do, I'm going to quickly go to the members again, see what else we have, and then if you guys want to, I can see Lacey is also obviously busy sorting out moderating the chat. If you guys want to come up with the topics that you want us to cover, just put it in the group, the live chat, and I'm going to go to the members again. David John, who's been a member for a while now, welcome back, John. David says, "Do you think that the local and mayoral elections will go ahead in May or postponed again?" I think the way things are going, we might extend them, well, basically delay them again until not next year, but only a few months. This is kind of all the rumors that's going on in Westminster at the moment. The problem that we have is what's going to happen with London, because the London elections were already postponed from last year, and the idea was that if we just postpone them, just 12 months, we'll get everything together, and Sadiq Khan will just, serve. If he wins again, he'll serve another 3 years. But if they're gonna delay it, again, I don't think they'll be delaying it for another year. It's just going to be probably they're talking about between 3 to 6 months. But the local elections is easier to manage. The London elections, the mayoral elections, is quite tricky because if we do it later on, do we have to bring down the term for Sadiq Khan's re-election, or do we just let him stand for 3 to 4 years again? So let's see what we have here again. Right, we have a number of questions about the new president as well. I'm sure I don't know if you guys saw the video I just posted earlier about the relationship between Biden and China. It's definitely not looking good because there have been a number of people in the mainstream media in the UK, specifically Majid Nawaz from LBC, who has been very on it, and he's been very good at exposing the US Democrats and try to tell the truth, because the rest of the mainstream media aren't really talking about it. The issue, the latest that we have, is that Joe Biden has already signed a new executive order to lift the ban that Trump imposed onto firms that have links to CCP, for example, or any foreign threat, basically. And so this means that a number of CCP-backed companies could now enter the American markets, infiltrate it, and say thank you to Joe Biden for allowing them to come in. So this is the latest. I think it's actually embarrassing. I can see some people are talking about this in the live chat. Jenny's talking about, no, I'm not. Yeah, Biden in a care home. I'm not advocating for that. To be fair, there's a lot of discussion, jokes aside, about his health and also Kamala Harris in terms of the potential, the obvious replacement temporarily. It's a weird situation where you have a republic as a system, and you do elect your head of state, and it could be someone like Joe Biden. And we had the same problem with Hillary Clinton towards the end of the election last time, when there were a lot of questions being raised, and even the Democrats made a big deal when it came to Donald Trump's health. So now when we talk about Biden's health, apparently that's not allowed. So let's see. I don't know what's going on with the lots of jobs. Dino Lambrata, thank you so much for your super chat donation. You have a question as well. Actually, Dino was also joined us last Saturday as well. So thank you so much. You have a question. Maybe Sadiq Khan or Sag Khan will have surprise elections like the New Year's Eve celebrations. Yeah, I mean, it's tricky. I think with Sadiq Khan, it's anything could happen. He's got the backing of some of the establishment, and it's got, I think the way the city hall has been run by these people has been absolutely horrible. And with the New Year celebration, as Dino mentioned, this is not the first time City Khan's done that, actually. Our surprise fireworks that were completely combined with virtue signaling. So hilarious. So thanks for that question. Darius is here. Darius is one of our members from early days, and I've actually met Darius a couple of times as well. Darius says, Majid Nawaz should join GB News. Thoughts? Yes, so as you know, there's going to be a new TV channel soon launched, and yeah, I mean, there are a lot of big names that could be good in terms of potential presenters. So yeah, imagine I was one of those people. So let's have a see. Actually, just to go back to Dino, thanks again for that super chat donations. For everybody else, as I said earlier in the beginning of the video, if you want to send support and donations tonight, the best thing to do is actually use the link in the description that goes directly to the channel. The super chat, a big chunk of it goes to Google and YouTube. So they take a big cut. So if you want to donate, if you want to make sure that your money goes directly to the channel and to obviously support my work and Lacey's work, then make sure to check out the link in the description. The donation link is there, and I think it's just a PayPal link, and you could use your credit card as well. Right, let's see. Yes, Chris Sims confirms that Majid Nawaz is one of the best radio presenters alive. Absolutely. There's a lot of discussions about the new channel, and we're still obviously waiting for more information. Let's see how it goes. Right, let's go back to some of the members over here, because we had a question from Martin about, yes, the new relationship with the European Union, considering the EU is going to be close to China and Joe Biden's government. Is this going to be helping post-Brexit or not? Well, Martin, that's a very good question. I think the issue that we have is that Brussels are currently desperate. They know this. It's not me just speculating. It's an opinion / fact, because they are in a financial crisis. They are struggling with their budget. They have lost one of their strongest allies and trading partners, the UK. And the trade deal that we have signed with them is not it's a comprehensive deal. It's pretty good for both sides, but it's not as full as the membership that we have. That's clear. And the issue that we have is that once they invite China into Europe, and once Joe Biden becomes their best friend, and keep focusing on the Paris Agreement and all the other expensive projects, it's going to be quite difficult for them. And I think post-Brexit, for the first time, I've always been optimistic about Brexit as a concept and as a project in general, leaving the European Union, becoming independent and sovereign. Of course, that's always been good. But I also thought that there will be ups and downs. We'll have some good things and some bad things. Raj Chef, thank you so much for your donation, £5 that we just received. Thanks, guys, for all the support that you guys showing us. Actually, if you have a question, just put in the live chat as well. Raj Chef, I think that's how you pronounce it, by the way. Apologies if that's not right. As I said, the biggest optimism that I have now is that the fact that Brexit obviously made Britain independent and sovereign, but with the current situation in the rest of Europe, the continent, we are now in the winning position. We are now that strong independent country, and it's the European Union that needs us more than we need them. America is not going to be the EU's big trading partner. America as a country, all governments in America, most governments, are protectionist. We know that. And you just have to be honest with people in Europe as well. Ian Stokes, Ian, thank you so much for your donation. Actually, Ian also joined us, I believe, last Saturday, the last live stream as well. So thanks again for supporting, Ian. Right, let's have a look at some of the live chat. Also, I just want to make sure I haven't missed out any donations. I believe we have another donation that didn't come on the screen from John Bird. John, if you can hear me, thank you so much for the £20 donation that you've just given us. If you guys, as I said, if you have just donated via PayPal, make sure if you have a question, just put it in the live chat. Either me or Lacey will quickly pick it up to answer your questions as well. Ian Smith is saying that MSM, Trump is watching you. I think Trump, if Trump actually comes back with the Trump TV idea, that would be absolutely hilarious. So we'll kind of see on that note. The English Loyalist, thank you so much for your super chat donation. Let's see what the question you have. There we go. So the English Loyalist says, I am surprised that Russia is not making any moves right now. China is making many, and soon they will be competitors, not allies. Well, China are already competitors, not just to the West, but even to Russia. And I think the biggest problem that we've been facing for a long time, actually, is that the Chinese government are very proactive in the last couple of decades to be more robust when it comes to conquering the world. On the other hand, Russia, I think they're focused on other things. Russia's takeover of the region is very, very tactical and primarily focuses on short-term projects like Iran, like what happened in Syria. China is more focused on becoming a superpower. Russia doesn't. Most of the moves that Russia have been making is mostly been not really self-defense, but it's just been their survival instinct, and because of what happened in the 70s and the 80s. But what China been doing for the past couple of decades has been very calculative, very, very smart. And they, as I said last week, actually, they don't really focus on political games. They are focusing on financial and tech games, data. That's where the whole money is. And that's where you take over. Johan says the CCP cannot feed their military. But that's the thing. So the whole Chinese project. Oh, Alan, thank you so much for your donation. I got another £5 from Alan. I'm trying to find out. I will go through the list of all the PayPal supporters as well to find out how long you've been actually, if you've been a member of the channel or not, because we want to do something for everyone who's been supporting us, not just the members, the PayPal supporters and the subscribers who've been with us for a long time. As I said in the last video, I'm introducing a message board, like a community on Discord, where you could actually get involved. I'll be there. We could have direct conversations like this, but more regularly as well. But yeah, as I said, with China, going back to the biggest point of the evening, China, is that their focus has been to just get the state to become successful, not their people. They're not concerned about ordinary citizens in China. It's all about the persona of the Chinese state to become a superpower. So yeah, that's what it is. Right, so let's take a couple of other questions. We are going to actually be here tonight for a while, probably like an hour. So what I'll do is in about 5 minutes, I'll take a quick break. What I want you guys to do is to go grab a drink. I think I'm drinking rosé tonight. And then we'll come back in about 5 minutes after that, and we'll take more questions. But we're still here. So let's go to the live chat. Yes, so Stephen Payne says, Maya, I understand that the London mayoral elections will be using Dominion machines. We have no confirmation of that, actually. I'm not really sure if that's definitely happening or not, because they've been talking about electronic voting in this country, in the UK, for some time, but they have to trial it in some sort of election. I think it's probably best, if you want to trial anything, to use the police commissioners' elections rather than the London mayoral. So, you know, I don't know. It's going to be quite tricky if you use a system that could be either corrupt or just broken in general. Right, so let's see. I think we just had another donation. Thank you so much. Anne, I think, yes, from Anne. £5. Thank you so much, Anne, for your donation as well. Again, as I said, all the backings that you guys have been showing us is the reason why we're introducing all these other benefits to the channel, because I didn't want this channel to just be me making videos every day to just release the videos. It's supposed to be, you know, if we say we are the media, you know, we are a family, it's also because you have to be more involved as their supporters and subscribers. So this new community is going to be helping us to actually achieve that. You'll be able to get involved with, you know, suggesting the news that I miss out. There we go. We've got that on the screen now. Thank you so much, Fellow Soid, for a £5 donation. Actually, yeah, Fellow Soid has been a member of the channel for some time now, actually. We have a super chat question from him saying, do you think that we need a new act of union to counteract the SNP? Wow, this is actually quite tricky, because the SNP are already quite sensitive, even when it comes to the devolution plans that Tony Blair introduced, and to what's been happening in the last 200 years. I think the best thing to do with Scotland, well, the SNP, is you need to completely bring down the chances of being in power as a party, because the threat is now coming just specifically from the party. It's not necessarily because almost half the people in Scotland want independence. The issue with the SNP is not just the threat of independence, it's the everyday threats. It's the everyday damage that they're doing in Scotland. And I think the best thing to do, I mean, a new act of union could be an interesting idea. Bringing everyone together to do that is quite tricky. Then, you know, what are we going to say about Wales and Northern Ireland? What if they're going to have more demands? Then England will have demands, because there are a lot of people in England who still want to have an English parliament. So it is quite tricky. So I think, you know, no one has a perfect solution, but the only short-term solution is to completely bring down and destabilize the SNP, their platform. Right, so yes, Lacey has confirmed that we have some issues and problems. Yeah, so as I said, I'm using a new software on this tonight for the live stream. So if there are any technical difficulties, I apologize. I'm trying to get used to the stuff that comes on the screen as well. And some of the donations are kind of delayed when they come on the screen. So apologies about that as well. I'm going to, obviously, as I said, I'm going to, in about 2-3 minutes, I'm going to take a quick break for about 5 minutes. You guys get a drink, you know, go to the loo, and then we'll come back and continue the show. Yes, we have another donation from Cityware, super chat. Thank you so much. You also have a question there. Are you planning to get on Gap, reduce Twitter? I actually haven't checked it out yet. The only alternative platform that I checked out apart from Twitter was Parler, and that's gone. So not really sure. I'll definitely check it out to kind of see what it is, because if it's just a random alternative platform, it's pointless. If it's a platform with a lot of people and actually, you know, opportunities to make it useful, then definitely it will be something that could become a competitor. Hopefully, there's a lot of platforms that, you know, try to compete with YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Some of them almost succeeded, like Parler. The rest of them not so much. We just had a new donation from Jono Croft. Thank you so much, £10. Thanks for all the support. Do you have any questions, John? Actually, while you're still there, you just obviously send the money. If you have any questions, just put it in the live chat as well. I'll try to find an answer. Also, Lacey, if I am missing out anything important, because there's a lot of comments going up, just let me know as well. Thank you so much. AD says, one of our members, Parler is coming back though, isn't it? Yeah, could again, but that's the thing. I think some of the servers and companies, including Amazon, might be making U-turns. But again, the censorship is now there. This is the new world we live in. Moon Swan Silverlight, thank you so much. Another super chat from Moon Swan Silverlight. A question that comes with it says, how do you manage to stay positive? Well, there are a couple of reasons for that. One, you guys actually having this channel, especially since the first lockdown, and second lockdown, third lockdown, even though obviously most of the time I'm in the flat making these videos, going through the news and publishing the videos. Technically I'm on my own, but actually I don't really feel that I'm on my own because I interact with you guys. That was cheesy, but also there's a number of other reasons. I got obviously Lacey's been a massive support, especially in the last 6 months. Rose helps, and a couple of shows on Netflix. That's it. Best way to relax, and a good sirloin steak as well. I just missed a new donation. Sally, pretty. Apologies for the mispronunciation. £10. Thank you so much for the support. I don't know why these things are delayed on the screen. So again, I'm sorry if I missed out a couple of them. I'm just going to quickly go on the list of my PayPal. Yes, I don't think I've missed anything else. So what I'm going to do, actually, yes, Alan Ferguson, yes, £5. Thank you so much, Alan Ferguson. What I'm going to do, as Lacey said in the live chat, I'm going to quickly pause for about 3 to 5 minutes, go to the loo, get more drinks. We're not going anywhere. I'll be right back. I'm just going to quite quickly double check everything else to make sure this new platform is actually working, and then we'll come back very soon. I'll be right back. We're on mute. Brilliant. This is going well. Right, so I just realized for the past 2 minutes I was talking to myself. Apologies for that. Let's start again. Okay, as I said, just using a new platform, this new app, OBS. So massive apologies. Let's start again. As I went to the first donation from Caustic Soda, thank you so much. £5 super chat. The question is, what is going on with Northern Ireland now regarding import and export? That is an excellent question. I'm going to actually answer that in 2 seconds. Firstly, I want to say a massive thank you to Gary Denham, who just sent a £50 donation. £50. Thank you so much, Gary. I don't know what to do with that right now, but if you could send me an email quickly, so I could actually send you a personalized thank you. Actually, that would be great. So thank you so much, Gary. Let's go to the question about Northern Ireland. That's a good one. As I said in the last week, I've spoken to a number of friends who live near Belfast, and they have already said that they've already felt the problem, the impact of this invisible border between Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK, including the fact that even a normal Amazon Prime delivery is already been delayed, or there are issues around it. And the problem is that the mainstream media or even the political establishment aren't really talking about it anymore. Back in 2017 and 18, this was the biggest debate that we had. You know, the whole Irish border, what's happening in Northern Ireland and the Republic. Right now, not a big deal apparently, and that is quite concerning. And you know that question is good. It's a good one, because what I need to do is on this channel, because I don't think there are many other podcasters or YouTubers who are actually talking about this right now, and I think there's only kind of one or two. I'm going to talk about more about this post-Brexit situation when it comes to Northern Ireland, because we keep saying Brexit, independence and sovereignty, but there's a chunk of the area in this country that's not really experiencing that sovereignty, really. So, okay, let's go to the live chat again. Sorry again for that situation with the app. This is a new software we're using, and hopefully from next week we will not have any technical difficulties. £10 donation from Marion Moore with some sort of emoji, #1 fan. Thank you so much, Marion. Actually, it's not the first time we've received support from Marion, so thanks again for being here and supporting the channel. Right, so yes, as Lacey has pointed out in the live chat, we have had some minor issues with this new app, so apologies. £1 donation from John Sananta. Thank you so much, John. Thanks for joining tonight's chat. Right, so what have I missed? Let me just quickly go through. There we go. So John, £5 donation, super chat. Hello, Maya. No sound, buddy. And I have a question. You can be completely honest. Is the world completely and utterly screwed? Oh, well, okay, no, actually, I don't believe that. No, I think we are going through some difficulties in the 21st century. It's just the beginning of the century. I think again, the difficulties that we talk about a lot on this channel is going to stay with us for a while. For the next few years, we're going to see the rise of Marxism from the left, the globalists, from the European Union, the World Health Organization, China messing up, number of, again, the Conservative Party not being conservative. But let's focus on the fact that there are good people out there like yourselves who are actually aware and who try to wake people up and who try to raise these issues and create these debates. That's the most important part. And that's why I'm optimistic. No, we'll be fine. Don't be that, pessimistic. We'll be absolutely fine. Oh my God, we just received another £50 donation from Alex Ferris. Thank you so much, Alex, for £50. Again, guys, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know if you heard it earlier. If you have just joined the live stream, I've just said that we have the members of the channel who obviously pay every month. We got the subscribers. We got those who obviously support us every now and then via PayPal. For every single one of you, because you all matter to me and Lacey and the whole channel, we are introducing this new Discord platform, which is going to be like a messaging board. It's going to be like a community where you guys can talk to each other directly more often. I will be there. Lacey will be there. We're going to have different groups on it where you could discuss ideas. You could give me more up-to-date news, anything that you find that's not on the mainstream media. So we could actually keep this channel. If we say we are the media, then we are a family media. So again, Alex, thank you so much for the donation. And because of all this, is that that's the reason why we can keep something back. So Alex, everybody else, Roy Boy 68 who just donated £5. You're going to be part of this new project on Discord as well. Roy Boy 68 also has a question who says, "Hey Maya, do you think that Trump will have any success with the movement in the midterm elections?" I'm going to read that word as elections if you guys didn't see that. So yes, I think the Republican Party are now going through this weird civil conflict among themselves, and you got the Trumpian side, and you got the conservative side. So the conservatives are not happy with the Trumpians, and the Trumpians are saying that the conservatives are too soft. So they have to basically decide who's going to win, and then decide how they're going to have deal with the Democrats in the next 4 years. That's obvious. What I'm thinking is that I think the Republicans, some of the Trumpians will just abandon the ship. Some of the hardcore ones will stay to fight against the Reaganites. Is that a thing? Yeah, Reaganites and all the others. So the midterms are going to be quite interesting, and it all also depends if Joe Biden is still in place. Darius says, "Start doing polls, Maya. I should really do more polls." Lacey's already told me that. Actually, the best thing to do is on Discord. That's the best way to actually do polls rather than just random ones on Twitter or YouTube video. That's a good suggestion, Darius. Kizak, if I said that right, that's the username. Thank you so much for £5 super chat. The question, I think, is, Maya, do you remember the counter-Uri plan? Moralization, stabilization, secureness, normalization. Kiza was right. Spread it. Well, that got deep, but actually that's a good point. Yeah, we've seen certain waves in the 20th century. We are now seeing new waves of threats in the 21st century, and all we have right now is not just our optimism as some sort of naivety. It's you need to have a plan to fight back. Luckily, we have these platforms these days. Back in the day, we didn't have this. Back in the day, it was I'm talking about the 90s and the 2000s when your Clintons and Blairs were running the world, where even the center right were labeled as the crazy hard right people. That got fixed. Now we're going through the same cycle again, where even a normal conservative is now labeled as a crazy hard right person. It's not really about conservatism. It's the biggest threat that we have is from the globalist elites right now. So whether you're an ordinary softy socialist or a normal centre-right conservative, we're all in the same boat right now. Moonswan Silverlight, another super chat. Thank you so much. Not gonna lie, Moonswan Silverlight says, but I do feel suicidal at times. I'm scared that the CCP will win. I don't want to live in a communist society. Britain has no strong leader. I fully understand. There are times where most of us become quite we feel down about the whole situation. But as I said, there's a reason that we have to be more optimistic. It's because there is still a big chunk of populations in each country, from Germany, the UK, to Canada, the US, who are not going to surrender. We're not going to give up. That also not only applies to the silent majority and ordinary people out there, that also applies to the powerful people, your classic big tech platforms like Twitter, who initially banned and suspended Trump's account. Then 2 days later, they realized, oh, that it does have consequences. So Jack Dorsey came out, basically apologized or admitted that he was wrong. Then now we have the lefties who celebrated that the right-wing accounts are being removed from Facebook. Facebook is now removing left-wing accounts. So karma, obviously, but it's now hitting all sides, right-wing, left-wing. So I think there will be more people who will be waking up if this threat of CCP, whether it's going to be in the name of CCP or something else, the World Economic Forum, whatever we call it, we will not surrender. We'll be fine. The majority of people in the West are still pro-freedom, will fight back, and it doesn't have to get that messy. We're still fighting on a more intellectual level, media level. Education is the best way to do it right now, and I think and the best way to do it is to support ordinary people and smaller businesses against big corporations, because corporations go hand in hand with big governments. I did just see a couple of comments. Well, one, Darius is saying Lacey for Prime Minister. I don't know what's going on in the live chat, but apparently Lacey is now running for PM. Well done, Lacey. And let's see, what else have I missed? Blind Furry says, which party will be more popular? The Reform Party, which is Nigel Farage, or Lawrence Fox? It's a tricky one. It's depends what they're trying to achieve. I think the Reform UK Party initially was there to, when Richard Tice and Nigel Farage announced it was supposed to be an anti-lockdown party, but I think that's not going to be the main aim anymore. Nigel Farage has been focusing on the CCP threat in China, so I think that's going to be the main aim. Lawrence Fox is going with the counterculture movement, so I think that they have two different aims, even though they both come from the same part of the spectrum. So it's kind of tricky. All I know that we're just splitting our own vote and support on the right. So that's all. George Man, thank you so much for your super chat. Curbing the virus or protecting the economy? I mean, if these people, when we're going to go with facts and actual science, and well, you got the science part of it, then you also have the non-scientific facts about the situation, so economic consequences and everything else. We could have been in a better situation. Not saying that me or anybody else would have done a better job as PM than Boris Johnson. That was always going to be difficult. I know that. All I'm talking about is hindsight. People like Boris Johnson and other governments, they can come out and say we were wrong. They can come out and show that they understand that there are people out there. The economy is going down. Ordinary people are being hit. It's not black and white. It's not just about saving lives and protecting the NHS, or you want people to die. It's not that. So, George, to answer your question, right now, considering the situation with health is getting better, priority should be to protect the economy and people's mental health. Mental health is being completely ignored, and general public health, obviously, as well. Joanne Fisher, welcome back, Joanne. Joanne was with us last Saturday. Please turn up the volume. Did you hear? That's another feedback. Again, as I said, we're using a new software, so I will definitely fix the volume because it's actually quite high, but I'm gonna have to basically use a new microphone for this software. Thank you so much, Joanne, for that feedback. I'll definitely fix it for the next video. Did you hear about the lab being on fire yesterday in China, and the World Health Organization not being able to investigate it? Yes, so a couple of things happened in the last 3 days in China. More people have disappeared, labs being shut down, certain evidence just completely disappeared. And the biggest thing that we also had is that the World Health Organization officers, they're not being sent to investigate the hotspots in Wuhan. Why you guys there? What's the point of having this investigation if nothing's actually going to be done? Yes, I will. As I said on this channel, we are talking about the CCP a lot these days. So, Joanne, I'll mention it tomorrow. Absolutely, we'll get into the details of what's actually happened. Mark Shepherd, thank you so much for the £10 donation via, I think, Super Chat. Mark has a question. This is all setting up for for this trap. There will be a mistake and a war with China. Probably quite tricky to talk about the conflict with China for a number of reasons. I'm going to get into it in a second. We have history to look at and learn. Why do we keep making the same mistakes? So I think this is a good point. The Mark is absolutely right. The issue is that at this point, I don't think we're going to have global conflicts like we've had previously until the 20th century, especially with a big, almost superpower like China. The new conflict is going to be slightly different. Even in the 70s and 80s with Russia, it was different. It was cold. This one is going to be on a whole different level, on a financial level, on a again tech level. It could get to a point where we might see actual face-to-face conflict, but certain areas, and mostly by proxy. I'm just guessing and hoping, basically. So Otherwise, imagine if something like that happens, the whole world will end. Right, so I'm just a reminder, by the way, guys, because I'm on this software. I can't actually see the whole YouTube channel right now. I don't know how many likes we have received, so make sure to click on the thumbs up, the like button, so that this video gets spread everywhere. As you know, YouTube works as a search engine like Google. We want to make sure that this channel and these videos get everywhere. So make sure to click on the thumbs up button and like it as well. Right, so let's go back to, okay, so that was Mark's question. Let's see what else we have. Let's go to, someone just said, I think it was Alex something, just lost the question. The question was, how is Brexit going? Well, Brexit is going really well, Alex. Generally speaking, again, as I said, apart from what's happening in Northern Ireland, that's not really looking too good. But overall, it's okay. Andrew Storm just said, you look tired. It's lockdown 3. It's day 76 in lockdown 3. I'm very tired. But no, yeah, Andrew, trust me, I haven't slept properly. China doesn't let me. But, you know. No, going back to Alex's question, Brexit. Yeah, generally, I think we have been proven right. We have been proven that it's not the end of the world. Darius just said 433 likes. So thanks for the update, Darius. Yes, we have just over 400 likes. More thumbs up, guys. Click on the thumbs up button. That's how we get more views, and this channel will get more subscribers so that we could spread the word. If you want to fight against fake news, this channel needs to grow. Don't forget. Right, and then, yeah, Brexit, overall, absolutely fine, because they told us the world is going to end. They told us we can't be on our own. We can't renegotiate anything with the EU. We can't sign new trade deals. All the usual stuff that you heard. People like Femi freaking out on the streets, Anna Soubry crying outside Parliament. Overall, everything's perfect. Tim says, nice new art, Maya. That one, yes. Thank you so much, Tim. Tim will be joining us, actually, I think, on next Wednesday's video call. This members-only video calls. If you want to join, if you're a member, then double-check the community tab. I've already posted the link to sign up. We do every Wednesday video calls with the members of the channel, small groups. If you're not a member, then become a member. The join button is under the video underneath somewhere. Or just go on youtube.com/mytc/join. You get a lot of perks and benefits. In the meantime, we have received a super chat from Marianne. Thank you so much for £5. And Marianne says, talk to Crossroads with Joshua Phillips, the YouTube channel, for information on CCP. That's a good suggestion. I did not know about that one, actually. I will, Lacey, if you're taking notes, then definitely we need to check that out, actually, that channel. Let's see what we have. Yes, Lacey says to Alex and Gary, if you have any questions for Maya, because these are guys who just donated, obviously, massive donations. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, just at either me or Lacey, and hopefully we'll catch it. Billy the Hat says, Maya, is that a window behind you? There is a window behind me somewhere. All the key questions being answered here, guys. Tim Whittam says, I just got my I Believe in Britain mug. Well, Tim, I hope you enjoy your mug. Send a picture, tweet it, and I'll retweet it if you're on Twitter. I know most of you are not on Twitter anymore, but so yeah, enjoy the mug, Tim. And right, oh, United Freedom Limited says, 2C, we need to talk. This sounds very serious. Am I in trouble? I did apologize for the technical difficulties tonight because of the new software. But if it's about telling me off, United, that's different. But if you want to have a serious conversation about something, feel free to send me an email. Just contact@mytc.co.uk. It should be in the description, I think, or just on the channel. Yes, there we go. United Freedom has confirmed that I will send an email. Perfect. Right, so we fixed another problem. So let's go to the next one. We have received a £10 donation on PayPal from Gled Jong. Thank you so much. I think that's how I pronounce it. Jong, yeah. Thank you so much. Well, Sally, I believe, also donated £10. Thank you so much. As I said, the PayPal, if you're donating via PayPal, the link in the description, which is recommended, as I said, because if you want to support the channel and my work and Lacey's work, if you use that link, the donations go directly to the channel. If you use a super chat, a big chunk of it goes to Google and YouTube. They take a big cut. So, and if you use that link to donate via PayPal or credit card, you can still ask a question, leave a note, sort of like super chat basically. Leave a note there, and I can see them on my iPad here. So do the PayPal donation, and I'll answer your questions as well. Right. So I think people are talking about the Wednesday's video poll. Yeah. So it's every Wednesday. The link is in the community tab, the Eventbrite. It's basically an Eventbrite page. You go on it. All the dates are there from next Wednesday. It's, Wednesday from 2 months from now. Just sign up. We have limited spaces every week, obviously, because we can't have a big group. Right, so Antifa hate big governments, regardless of who's in power. I think that's in the middle of a conversation about Antifa. There's a difference. I mean, that's a good point. Let's talk about what's happening in the West right now with the hard left being so confused. They don't even know what they stand for anymore, because the hard left was supposed to be for being anarchists and against big governments, big states, and the communism as a concept was supposed to be to making everything more local. But in reality, the exact opposite has happened. And what's been happening in America with Antifa is actually proving us right, that these people are just so confused. They've been so brainwashed in the last few decades, they don't even know what they're actually doing. As Shaq says, do you think, Mahyar, what do you think of the tuition fees freezing? I think it's, what do you think of tuition fees freezing? I think if the question is about the current lockdown situation and the tuition fees, then any support has to be given, because this is what the government's doing to people. So especially with universities, if kids aren't getting the education that they deserve, then they shouldn't pay £9,000. If it's a general policy, then the whole system should be completely reformed. The whole tuition fees system has to be completely changed, because it doesn't really work. Tim says Antifa attacked the first Starbucks in the world in Seattle. Yeah, because they're very, very largely peaceful. Byron8899, thank you so much for your super chats. The question is, have you seen the CNN video about Alex Stamos, who used to be Facebook's executive, who talked about censorship on conservative influencers like you? Byron, I actually haven't seen that. I'm gonna quickly take a note on my phone to double check that. Alex Stamos. I will definitely look at it and give my view in the next week on the channel. Thanks for that. Roy Boy, you're back. Thanks again for another donation on Super Chat, Roy Boy. Have you tried searching Antifa.com? Oh yes, actually, that's a good one. So Roy Boy, this is a good point. Guys, after this video, I want you to go on your browser, whether on your phone or your computer. Go on your browser, type in Antifa.com, and just enter. See what comes up. It's a surprise. Don't do it now. Still watch the live stream. We have 5 minutes left. After this, Antifa.com, and see what it is. Right, so we have another PayPal donation. Thank you so much, Jane Miller. £10 from Jane Miller. Thank you so much. We don't have any notes, so I'm guessing you don't have any questions for us, Jane. If you want, you could feel free to at me or Lacey. If I miss something, Lacey will quickly send me a message, obviously. Right, and actually, I think from next Saturday, we're going to try to have, well, firstly, we're going to do a couple of things. Fix the audio level, because it's pretty quiet. I don't know what's going on. 2, make sure that this software works smoothly, so I don't get on mute again accidentally. 3, I think we're going to have Lacey involved as well. So hopefully from next Saturday, we'll probably do like a split screen where Lacey will be there, so she can moderate the live chat and actually directly tell me off when I mess up. So we'll do that, and because I've been missing a lot of questions here. So Pete says, Mahyar, who would you elect as world leader if there was an election? Oh God, I mean, you know my answer. I don't want a world leader. I don't want a globalist Star Trek fantasy land. But if I had to, I'll probably go with Elon Musk. Don't even know why. Just Elon Musk. Someone said, where is this question? I just missed. mystified Londoner, what are you drinking? Technically, I'm supposed to be drinking rosé, but I'm actually not drinking it because I've been ranting for like an hour or so. Right. Oh yes, actually, this is a good point. We were talking about Antifa and the whole situation with the website. As I say, it's a surprise. If you don't know, basically, if you go on antifa.com, it will send you to a different website. But Twitter have been so biased. When what was it, a couple of days ago, inauguration that happened, this was the first time that Twitter became like cheerleaders for the White House. They promoted their new White House Twitter account, saying that, oh, hello everyone, this is a great, happy day. America has a new president, and the American president has a new Twitter account, the White House, at White House, whatever. Follow it. Twitter recommended, suggested to people, guys, follow the new White House account. Your new boss is here. He's taking a nap because he's a sleepy Joe, but he's still here. It's kind of embarrassing. This has never happened before. Not even with Obama. Where the big tech, Twitter, are becoming partisan, are becoming tribal, are actually becoming biased. There's always been this debate about the big tech, like Twitter, being are they actual publishers or are they free platforms for people to publish what they want? That debate has completely changed now into, is this a company that's supposed to just make money and provide service, or are these people supporters and cheerleaders for a political party? So yes, Twitter was actually promoting the new White House account, and yeah, Lacey found out about this the other day, and she sent it to me. I didn't even notice because I don't really check out the left wing Twitter stuff. So, but yeah, Lacey found this and gave me. I was shocked. Yeah, let's just say I was shocked. That's the least I said. Vincent, thank you so much for your super chat donation. Vincent says, who do you think will become prime minister after Boris? Well, we have had this question before. It's actually a quite interesting topic. Before I answer, I want to welcome Tony Pickett, who has joined as a new member, joined as on the supported tier. So thank you so much, Tony, for becoming a member. Tony, you will receive a message soon about the new Discord, the new message board that I discussed, so you guys could actually join. In the next few days, I'll sort it out for all the members, but also the subscribers in general. Going back to the next Prime Minister, I mentioned this before, the Tory party don't really go with the front runner in that sense, so any names that you'll hear right now, like Rishi Sunak, probably not going to happen, but never say never, because these people have their peak and then they just go woo down. Something will happen, some sort of scandal, or people will just get bored of them, and yeah, it's kind of tricky. But I think the biggest point is that the Tories will try to find some sort of immediate crisis to fix the party, and in that moment, whoever is the best person always wins. Sometimes the best person winning the Tory party leadership doesn't mean they're the best person for prime minister. Theresa May. In that moment, Boris, 2016, withdrew from the race. Michael Gove lost. It was between Andrew Leadsom and Theresa May, and the press went completely against Andrew Leadsom and all these negative stories about her. So technically speaking, Theresa May was the strong and stable candidate who survived the race. That doesn't mean that she was going to be the best prime minister. So that was a long answer, but I don't really have a pick right now. I don't have anyone off the top of my head who could be good or bad. My favorite politician is Liz Truss. She's my favorite minister. Truss for PM. But again, she has to prove that she is prime ministerial. She has to be a statesman, and she's very good at her job, just like Michael Gove. But Michael Gove is not to be trusted because it's Michael Gove, and Liz Truss needs to just prove that she's a good statesman. Right. Darius says, who will be the future Republican candidate? Nikki Haley. If it's Nikki Haley, then I would actually travel to America and campaign for the Republicans. There are a couple of people in America, the Republican side, if they stand. One of them is Condoleezza Rice, who was part of W's government. She's amazing. Nikki Haley's amazing. And in the UK, Liz Truss is amazing. But apart from that, yes, trust in trust, as people are saying in the comment section. Jedi into orbit says Matt Hancock ? I think you're on the wrong channel. No, we do not like Matt Hancock here. Well, not personally. It's just that he's very incompetent. The guy doesn't even know what he wants. This is the same guy who, was it yesterday or a couple of days ago, came up with the idea of we should pay each person who tests positive £500. You know what's going to happen? A lot of young people are going to go out there, try to find ways to get infected and get a positive test just to get £500 cash, free money from the government. And it's not even free money. So yeah, that was Matt Hancock's idea of a policy. Jenny says Downing Street cat, Larry for Prime Minister. Yes, absolutely. Mark Coyle just said PayPal please, or my ITC will lose 30%. Yes, but thank you so much. Right. Yeah, that's true though. I mean, if you want to make sure that the money that you're actually spending goes directly to the channel, my work and Lacey's work, feel free to use the link in the description, PayPal, rather than Super Chat, because Super Chat, as I said, big chunk of it goes to YouTube and Google. Right. Abdul just sent me an email saying, can you please confirm your email, as I would like to donate or fund your channel now. So the email that you just sent, Abdul, is the email, but the link to donate is actually in the description under the video. So just click on that link. Right, and then let me just go quickly through the emails again and say a big thank you. So everyone who's donated on Super Chat, thank you so much. Your names will be in the credits in tomorrow's video. Also, I'm going to go through the PayPal donations. Jane Miller, Gled Jong, Sally Pretty, AD Ferguson, Alan Ferguson, Ian Stokes, and I think that's and Veselin. I think that should be, and John Bird, and finally, that's it. Yes, John Bird. Thank you so much. These are the people who have donated via PayPal tonight. Thank you so much. Again, your names and the Super Chat names will be in the credits in tomorrow's video as a thank you. Yeah, before we sign off, don't forget, thumbs up. Clicking on thumbs up, give likes so that the video gets spread on YouTube. And what I'm going to be doing is also, I'm going to see if I can find all the... Now, I can't find the Super Chat links, unfortunately. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to sign off, but I'm going to stay on the live chat. I'm not going to finish the video. I'm going to go to the chat and respond to any questions that is just coming in now. So if you have anything, Lacey and I will be in the live chat, and we will be back next Saturday. We're going to fix the microphone situation. This new software, all the technical glitches will be fixed, and Lacey will be here as well. So we're either going to do like a split screen or something. So it will be a lot smoother. So if you just joined us, if you're a new subscriber and you're thinking what's going on here, it's all over the place. Blame me, but blame the whole situation. Blame China. China did this to me. Right, so I'm gonna join the live chat. I'll be there. Lacey will be there, and someone said free China. And then I will see you guys obviously in the next video, and I'm gonna go and see what we've actually been missing. So I think the couple of live chats that I might have missed as well. So I'm gonna go to live chat and respond to everyone. Thanks again for watching. As I said, do a thumbs up to get likes. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe, don't forget. And I'll see you guys in the next video.